Good early morning, Lionhearts. How are you today? It's pretty early around here, but I have to go work about 10 o'clock, so I wanted to get up, get out, and go do our vlog early. What I want to do today is I found Kurt Cobain's first apartment in Los Angeles. He lived over in the Fairfax district when he first lived here. It didn't last very long, and when we get over there, I'll tell you why. But I know I've spent like 3 hours that one day looking for his abandoned house and that he wrote in utero in, and then I found this address. This is actually an Airbnb now. So I'm gonna get my shower, drink our coffee, take John outside, and then we're gonna go see Kurt Cobain's house before I have to go work. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. There's everybody's buddy, wandering away, looking for something. Had to have my morning coffee, you guys know me. I don't go anywhere without that coffee. My buddy! Hanging out with me before I go? Look at that neck. Look at that scruffy neck. Check out this awesome building. I'm over here to vlog something, and I looked up and there's a steer head. Pretty cool. Now let's go see what we came to vlog. You don't see many weather vanes out here, that's for sure. Alright, so as best as I can tell, Kurt Cobain had 2 apartments in Los Angeles in the time that he was alive. Obviously, he wouldn't have had any after he was dead. But one of them was the one that we went to where he wrote most of In Utero and lived with Patty Schemmel and Courtney Love in that house that it took me forever to find that day. And then the other one, the place that he lived right before there, is in this neighborhood, and we're gonna go see it now. And now, this apartment that he lived in 1991 for just a few months, I think, from what I understood, they said between 3 and 5. Now it's an Airbnb. So the story was that he and Courtney, once in Nevermind became quite popular, they moved to Los Angeles, and that's when Hole was really starting to take form, and it would have been this apartment right here that they shared. The problem was that they moved here to this place in Fairfax, and there wasn't a whole lot to do at that time over here in Fairfax district. It was primarily an older Jewish neighborhood, and mainly what this area was known for was Fairfax High School, which would have had no bearing on them. They were only actually a block away from it. It's straight down this street. But Cantor's Deli. So Kurt would spend some time at Cantor's Deli, but he would spend most of his time just holed up in this apartment because he didn't have a license and Courtney's license was suspended, so neither one of them could really get around. But he would stay in here and basically paint, write poetry, probably write songs. Though Patty Schemmel said most of In Utero was written at the other place we went to. But now they rent this out. And the reason that that I was finding that they moved out of here was in part the fact that they had no way of getting around. Neither one of them were able to drive at that point. But also apparently they had kind of a slumlord landlord here. And what they said was that the apartment kept flooding. Something with the pipes, the apartment kept flooding, and a couple of times it ruined Kurt's writings and his paintings and stuff, and so that was kind of their last straw. But I was able to find some pictures of that the owner had taken and placed online of what it looked like when they moved out and how they just kind of destroyed this place. And actually, their bedroom would have been those very last bars in the very back. And I know that because I used to live in this neighborhood and I know how these apartments are laid out. So these last 2 bars at the end, both of those would be bedrooms. This would have been a 2-bedroom. But it's actually a quadplex, one of those 4plexes. And so in the pictures, they just left a ton of trash all over the ground, a lot of writing and stuff, a lot of empty pill bottles. And
various drug paraphernalia, spoons and syringes and stuff like that. But one of the funny things was that there was a picture of Kurt laying on his bed in here, and a picture where he had painted things on the wall. But not like pictures, he painted like graffiti, and he wrote like, Gerard Cosloy. Which, if you don't know, Gerard Cosloy is the guy that runs and owns Matador Records. One of the two owners. Chris Lombardi's the other one. But Matador has always been my favorite label of all time. And when I had a band, I wanted to be on Matador so bad. My best friend Adam, who is in the band Times New Viking, Matador was the first band to sign them. And my second favorite label was called Merge Records. And then Merge was the next label to sign them. So, and they were actually courted by the first label of Nirvana, which was Sub Pop in Seattle. So this was Kurt's apartment with Courtney that they eventually moved out of because, like I said, they just didn't have a way to get around. And this was when, I believe they said Courtney became pregnant. And so the drug use here with, all the pictures that they showed, probably this was not the best environment. They were probably just trying to get away and get a fresh start and everything, but pretty cool to know that somebody like Kurt Cobain was in here living for a few months. And I will include those pictures. And if you want to rent this place, like I said, it's on Airbnb. The address is 448 North Spalding. And apparently they don't have a whole lot of people that rent it out for some reason. But they said all the water problems have been fixed over time, and I just love the fact that there have been photos that have surfaced of what it looked like and what their life looked like. On one of the walls, like I said, it said Gerard Cosloy. And I don't know what the significance was to that. I don't know if Kurt hated Gerard Cosloy for Matador, or if he liked him, or what the story was. If anybody knows, let me know. But like I said, I love that label. But he also wrote Helen Skelter on it. So I'll post those pictures in here, and I'll show you at least what his doorway was. When I got here, there was like a couple of women cleaning, like a cleaning crew, and they were here forever, so I had to like take off and come back. But that right there would have been their doorway, right in there. Actually, since it's open, I'll just walk in and show you. Kurt's stairs, right there. Kind of surreal to just think about Kurt Cobain like practicing songs in there and painting paintings and writing poetry and getting ready for whatever the next tour was. And they actually had a practice space down on Pico that is now, at one point it was a yoga studio. Now I believe it's like a Mexican church, like 1 day a week or 2 days a week, kind of in a bad neighborhood. But this was basically where they spent all their time because he really had no other option other than walking around and roaming the neighborhood. So there you go, Kurt Cobain and Courtney's first Los Angeles apartment in the Fairfax district. This is pretty cool. And then they have like little like chicken feed trails that go in. All right, Lionhearts, time for me to go to work. Catch you when I'm done. Well, guys, I have a little bit of a break, and I just want to tell you, like, things are looking a little bit better today. Not much has changed, but I woke up and just decided I was going to have a positive attitude no matter what, and that, I was going to try and not let somebody completely ruin my day, and so far so good. I got up super early and went over and saw Kurt Cobain's apartment. That, how's that gonna put you in a bad mood? And now I've come work, I'm making some money, I'm actually like being treated pretty nicely, and I'm not too far from home. I'm actually hanging out in Echo Park today, so it's been a pretty good day. And thank you guys all for the vote of confidence and the encouragement and everything that you guys have been posting on the video from yesterday. Thank you so much, guys. You can see downtown from here, and straight ahead right down that street is the start of Echo Park Lake. You guys remember when I went to Echo Park? Hey guys, what's up? I'm on lunch. Just wanted to say thank you to Dave Hughes. He's a YouTuber that makes like a daily video, and he follows a bunch of YouTubers, and then he comments on their videos, and whether he likes them or whether he doesn't like them, kind of makes fun of them. And he seems to like my stuff. He never like makes fun of it, and always gives me a shout out, and always tells people like they should subscribe. So thank you very much, Dave Hughes. I appreciate you. All right, finally done for the day. I don't care who thinks I'm a bad puppy parent. When I'm away for 11 hours, he gets macaroni and cheese. That's just the way it is, guys. If you don't like it, too bad. You tell Ja that he can't have it. You like it, don't ya? You like it, don't ya? Good stuff. I only give him a little bit. I give him about like a third of the little container. It looks like a lot, but it's a smaller bowl. Yep, good stuff. All right, guys, personal feeling alert. My whole life I've been like a hopeless romantic, and I don't know, maybe the last 3 relationships I've had pretty much I felt like killed that. After the last 3, every one, and maybe like you guys have been there as well, I could just feel like little by little just not believing in it anymore, and just to the point where the last time I just accepted like it's just not going to happen for me. I mean, I was actually kind of surprised that I didn't get married like right out of high school. That's kind of something I would have done, and I never did. And so I just never really think about it because I'm never really that interested in anybody that I meet. And then today I met somebody that I was really interested in. It was weird. It was like almost like love at first sight. Like from the moment I saw her, I was like, wow. I was like spellbound. And then she walked by me and like gave me a great big smile. And then later throughout the day, we started talking and stuff. And we found out we had a lot in common. And not that I think it's going to turn into anything, but it was just like, it was nice to feel excited again, and nice to feel that that I had that fire kind of reinvigorated in me. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, I know she won't see this, so I'm not worried about that. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I just you know, we talked about going having coffee sometime, and then we talked about going roller skating together because she goes roller skating a lot, and she just seemed really cool and like somebody that I would like to be around. I'm from Ohio and she's from Indiana, and it was just one of those weird things, and I don't know, like, it's probably not one of those things I should share with you guys, but it's just one of those weird things that I like. You guys know the story of the last girlfriend. Like, I just wasn't really that interested in her, and now she periodically decides to harass me or leave some nasty comment somewhere where it will get back to me. And the girl before that was like full-blown schizophrenic, which I didn't know. I actually didn't even know it until I just started seeing really weird things, and she had asked to use my phone one time to text her dad a question because she had lost her phone. And when I started realizing things were like kind of off, I actually like texted him and he said call me, and I called him and he told me, he's like, yeah, I mean, she's an adult and she just will not listen to us, and we've tried to have her evaluated, but she can turn it on. She knows when to she knows how to fool people. She knows when to keep it together, and then once she gets comfortable, then you start seeing all that stuff come out. And then the girl before that was just, I don't know, that was just a bad situation also. And so I've just, ever since then I've been like, yeah, I'm just going to be single. Like, I don't foresee that ever changing. And since I never run into anybody that ever interests me, I just felt like I probably had just like lost that fire. And it was really fun today to meet somebody that like reinvigorated that fire. Especially now, like I really needed it. Like I said, I don't anticipate that we'll be like going out or anything like that, but hopefully we will go hang out, and I'll just get to find out more about her. And like I said, I'm just, man, it's just so cool to feel that again, to feel like, wow, I'm interested in somebody again. Anyway, the macaroni and cheese eater down below me is finished, so we're going to take him out for a walk. I think the bowl speaks for itself, doesn't it? He wiped that sucker clean. Go ahead, Speedball. Sometimes he walks so fast I almost can't keep up. Well, this is new in my neighborhood. They just put up a Suicide Girls neon sign. Pretty cool. I love the Suicide Girls. Alright friends, I'm going to call it a night. I have to be up and at work really early tomorrow. They want me there at 6:30. I had a feeling that something could possibly go wrong today. And since I had a little bit later call time, right after I went to Cobain Courtney's apartment, I realized that I had an address of something that I've wanted to see for probably most of my life, and I had just found the address, maybe a day before I went to San Francisco, and it was in the same neighborhood roughly. So I went ahead and I vlogged that, and that's what you're going to get tomorrow. And I have to say, I'm really excited to see what people think of tomorrow's vlog because I love it. I am overjoyed at what I got to see, what it was, and the history that it contained. So please come back tomorrow. I appreciate everybody watching. Big shout out to Kevin Claffey. Guy felt bad for my headshot situation and sent me a donation. By all means, you guys do not have to do that. That was not the purpose of me telling you that at all. This is just my daily vlog. I'm just sharing my life with you. That was really, really nice of you. And I really appreciate it, but I don't want people to think that that's the reason that I was telling you, because it's not. I've always been good at getting myself out of situations or something coming up or something. Somebody actually has already offered to loan me the money for all that, but I just, this is my situation. I feel like I should just get out of it. And I know a lot of people have said, why did you pay her cash? To be perfectly honest, every single photographer that I've ever used in Los Angeles and almost every one I've ever talked to, they all want cash. The ones that don't are really, really reputable, and you're like, well, you should use them. Yeah, you're right. I probably should use them. However, the two people that are on my agent's list of photographers you should use, I looked them both up, and lowest one is $1,500 for a session, and the other one was $2,000. So that's why people charge cash and will do it for much cheaper, and I just got screwed. That's life. It sucks, and that's just it. But I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate all the positive vibes that you guys have sent. I appreciate all you guys texting her. And the best part about it is nobody sent her any nasty messages. I've had a handful of people either tell me what they wrote or send me screen captures, and they were all basically like, do the right thing. Return his money or give him his photos, please. And so many of them were people saying please. So thank you. You are a class act, and that's the kind of group that I want to be around. So it's weird. When I look at my Facebook, when I started doing this vlog, I was like, the one thing I should never do is add anybody from the group to my personal life. Originally I was even saying, like, I should really go out of my way to hide my full name. But then I realized, like, what's the point? The more you hide, the more people want to find. And then I looked at Casey Neistat, and I'm like, the guy uses his real name. Doesn't seem to have any problems. If you're cool to the people that watch you and you become friends with them, you don't have anything to worry about. And that's kind of the way I work. I'm actually glad that I've added so many people that watch this channel as my personal friend on Facebook, because it's easier to get to know you guys. And now I like you as people, and the community is more than just people that watch me. It's like people that we interact every day. So thank you so much, guys. I promise you, if you come back tomorrow, you are going to love what you see. From Jordan in California, from John, California, and all the best wishes coming out of this apartment. See you guys tomorrow, Lionhearts. I love you very much. Have a good night.